perfect time, the perfect date, the perfect weather, and the perfect mood. There's no better day to throw a rock and roll party. I sure wish I was lying on the deck of Apple III right now, letting the open sea breeze wash over me. That'll be the best way to spend a paid vacation. But the bad news is I still have a boring mission report to submit. And the worst news is it's due today. Oh, I hate work, especially paperwork. Why can't this pen just write the blasted report by itself? Wait. If I have to write the report now, does that mean the Foundation big shots don't know what I actually did? Then as long as the pen's in my hand, I can write whatever I want. After all, history is written by rock stars. Okay, time to write. The dependable Captain Regulus bravely joined the battle and gave those Manus Vindictae goons a proper thrashing. Under my brilliant command, Team Timekeeper once again overcame a difficult and dangerous mission and brought the dawn of victory to everyone at the Foundation. Okay, done. Another dull, dreadful task taken care of. At this point, Vertin really ought to put up a bronze statue of me on the Abbey Road zebra crossing. What would Team Timekeeper even do without me?
That would clearly be a traffic violation, Regulus. And I believe I should correct you. Every member of Team Timekeeper is indispensable.
Oh, come on, Sonetto, don't be so stiff. I just want the Foundation big shots to know that putting a pen in my hand is a very, very bad idea. But speaking of which, where's your mission report? Let me take a look.
I submitted my personal mission report on the Manus Vindictae incursion 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago? Oh, that's so like you. Maybe next time I should come to you earlier and copy your homework. I mean, study it for reference.
I can share some writing techniques and outlines for reports, but next time, you really shouldn't leave your paperwork to the last day.
Roger that.
Also, we have another very important task to carry out. You haven't forgotten, have you?
Of course not. My next task is to spend a lovely day lying on the sofa, drinking Dr. Pepper and listening to rock and roll on the radio.
You really did forget, didn't you?
I really had you going there. Look, I may not like working, but there's no way I'd miss a precious chance to steal the spotlight.
So you mean...
Of course I'm fully prepared, but there's no need to rush. It's still early. Hey, I've got a great idea. Maybe you can tell me what happened back then at the SPDM. I waylaid a few Foundation staff members, but they all brushed me off with, "You'll have to ask someone from Team Timekeeper." I am from Team Timekeeper, but I don't know anything.
There's still about half an hour before we officially go live. All right, I'll tell you. But after that, you really need to finish your mission report. Also, during the 3rd anniversary preview program leader, you need to conduct yourself in a manner befitting your role.
Oh, listen to you. Am I not a captain who yearns for the vast ocean?
But you're also a host for the live stream, and we have a special guest arriving today. We need to stay focused on the mission at hand.
Relax. How many times do you think I've hosted before? Just by sitting here, I'm already the very picture of professionalism. Everyone adores this great disc jockey. Why'd you go quiet?
I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that.
Maybe just smile and nod?
All right. Let's get back to the point. You just mentioned the SPDM.
I swear, every time we talk about that place, Vertin looks like she's just bitten into a frog. Honestly, I don't just hate work, I hate school too. If I had to sit in a school all day, every day, I'd go spare.
The Timekeeper and I have many memories of that school, both past and present. Perhaps not all of them are good memories, but as one of the Foundation's core facilities, the school still plays an essential role. But with the arrival of Manus Vindictae, that place underwent changes none of us could have anticipated.
Warning, Stage 1 alert. Unidentified intruders in the SPD area. All personnel prepared to engage. This is not a drill. Ensure proper operation of all Watchtower shelter doves. Emergency response protocols are now in effect. All students must be evacuated.
Found it. Got the backup dove. We're safe. miss it. I'll see you there. If you keep dozing off on your feet like that, the fledglings will start building nests in your hair. Would you like to hold her? She does like to cuddle. The flock is ready. So am I. I've designed a fireworks show using Flamo Flicker and Draco Drought. Would you like to be my first viewer? This should do the trick. There, hon. It's our time to shine. Ancient spirits of a noon, I beseech you, a flurry of arcane skill.
There were 17,608 incantations in my mind at one point. Though they're silent now, the scars will remain. I've worn so many names, living their lives, yet I know so little of my own. Lift the veil of lies. Close your eyes. The pain will pass quickly.
So many
sounds echoing inside me, but none of them have my voice. Clang, clang. Raise your hands and start playing. Let it out.
I used to believe it was Laplace's technology that brought me this far. But Miss Marguerite always reminds me that technology is nothing more than scrap without someone with the right mind to use it. I must work hard to prove I'm worthy of it.
Look at this place. Isn't it the perfect spot for a frame? This is beyond even my wildest imagination. The principles of Cubism.
Look, the waves have brought us back together. And with that, the jigsaw is complete. You have my thanks. Here, join us under this umbrella. In that beautiful dream, I saw everyone back together. The vibrations here are all in a mess. Do I have to join? On my toes. Should I break free? Break free. Break free! Once again, I braved the darkness of death. This time, fire remaking my flesh. This heart is from an ancient legend. It burns a flame unique to the soul it senses. There's no need to struggle. This is somewhere we all must go. Brighter than the sun, I will shine. We will be blessed. The shape of truth is not fixed. Anyone who tries to figure it out is doomed to get lost on their way. And now, I belong to this set.
There is time still to avoid this fate. The dead embrace you.
These sparks! They're burning even hotter.
So even though I was at headquarters too, all of that happened in the 24 hours before the storm without my knowledge.
Yes. At the time, we weren't expecting an attack from Manus Vindictae. Everything happened so suddenly. By the time the Timekeeper and I returned to the SPDM, it was already being infiltrated by Manus Vindictae forces.
See? I told you school was no good. Who expects to walk into a classroom and find a bunch of sticky monsters instead of teachers?
Faced with the crisis, the Foundation deployed a large number of combatants to protect its core areas from contamination.
Hey! Don't forget our part in it too.
The storm has brought us so much loss and many farewells, but we've also met many like-minded allies willing to stand alongside the Timekeeper. As more members have joined, Team Timekeeper has grown from a small lone force into a reliable presence and a critical part of the resistance against Manus Vindictae. As you know, Jay from Razor Squad, Miss Marguerite and Eagle from the LSCC, and the Griffin Legion led by Admiral Igor all joined the front lines.
And me too, of course. My favourite part was when the little bard and I made our dashing entrance and fought side by side. Absolute 10 out of 10 shot.
Yes, the sight of you and Mr. Apple entering the fray surprised quite a few. Outside headquarters, as the SPDM bore the brunt of the attack, there were many others doing everything they could to assist the defense.
Like that soldier who climbed onto the enemy's head and fired shots straight down into his brain. That was certainly impressive.
Her name is Meryl. Like me, she was a former graduate of the SPDM.
Yeah, Meryl. I think I've heard that name before.
After graduating from the SPDM, Meryl was recruited into Creus's 12th Squad, then later joined the Vigil's Bureau and the Foundation. In the last era, she was sent to the battlefield to face the gunfire head-on. Perhaps there were times in the past when she backed down. As a peaceful, quiet person by nature, she understood the cruelty of war better than anyone. Even so, she still found the courage to stand in front of the students and protect them from the threat of Manus Vindictae.
Just like a DJ guards her precious records with her life.
I think you're right, Regulus. We all have something that we want to keep safe no matter what. Perhaps for Meryl, that's her hope for a peaceful future.
I get it. Peace and love. Honestly, I wish this awful storm would just disappear from the world. No storm, no Manus Vindictae, no foundation, just everyone living their lives. Not exactly cool, maybe, but it sounds pretty groovy to me.
I firmly believe that it's the personal mission of every Foundation member to return people's lives to a world free from the storm. That reminds me of something the timekeeper once told me. She and Meryl had a casual chat before the storm.
Meryl, if you hadn't joined the Foundation, what do you think your life would be like?
If only I could have led a simple life. Never having to go all the way to Antarctica, fight off skeletons, or run from the flood. Never witnessing the fire, the slaughter, or the sacrifices. If only I had another chance. I wish I could live in a place where it's always summer, where I'd live freely, far away from trouble. Maybe keep a flock of fluffy animals. Other times, I wish I could be a bird, soaring freely in the sky, wherever I please. How great would that be? Meryl. I think I'll remember that name. Maybe I should ask Vertin about her later. Properly, I mean. And I think you're right, Sonetto. We need to give those Manus Vindictae villains an even harder thrashing, so that everyone gets the chance to choose the life they want.
I'm glad you think so, Regulus. It is precisely because there are still so many people who hold hope for the future that the Timekeeper and all of us can stand firm on the front lines against Manus Vindictae and the storm.
Maybe that's putting it a bit formally. But I'm with you on this one. So my next question is, who's that magical-looking kid? Do you know her? What was her name again?
That's Rhiannon, an arcanist. After the attack on headquarters was repelled, the Timekeeper and I encountered her in the Welsh countryside.
No way! A fellow Brit! Maybe she could become a loyal listener of my pirate radio station.
Rhiannon is a reclusive master of Arcanum. She would probably prefer burying herself in the latest encyclopedia of arcane skills rather than listening to the radio.
So, she's a bookworm? A bookworm who likes birds? Wait, now that I look closer, she's even got a feather on top of her head.
That's because Rhiannon's family has long had a connection with the Ada Loch Gwynns. As you can see, once she changes into her riding gear, she's actually an incredibly skilled rider.
Ada Loch Gwynns? What are those?
According to Rhiannon, Ada Loch Gwynns are gentle and intelligent creatures, and they're her closest companions. Of course, as a bird trainer, she's also responsible for looking after all the birds in her household. As you can see, the large one that soars alongside Rhiannon is essentially her family's guardian spirit. They live together and fight side by side.
Fine, I admit it. Racing freely through the sky is rather rock and roll. Oh, I love the sweeping views from up on the airship too. But these Ada Loch Gwynns, does that include the little chubster beside her?
Indeed, it does. I think that little guy is pretty cute though. Don't you?
Now you've got me curious. Can those fluffy Adaluch Gweens really help Rhiannon wallop the baddies? Or has she got some brilliant trick up her sleeve?
After years of diligent study, Rhiannon has mastered a wide range of arcane skills, granting her excellent adaptability across various team compositions. In the version 3.5 update, we added team archetype tags to the character screen in order to help everyone better understand each character's combat role. As a support character with every archetype tag, Rhiannon can provide powerful boosts to many different teams.
So Lingering Glow, Blood Tithe, Dynamo. No matter the archetype, our incantation Slinging Prodigy can slot right in.
Precisely. One of Rhiannon's unique strengths as an all-rounder support is her ability to increase all allies' stronger afflatus damage, boosting her whole team's damage output.
Wow, now that's the sort of support you want on your side.
In addition, Rhiannon has a special mechanic called Raptor Kinship, which allows her to enter the sensory bond state. While she is in this state, your team gains one extra round of actions that does not count toward the round count. During this extra round, enemies cannot act. Now, let's take a look at Rhiannon's combat style through a brief demonstration.
Wow, would you look at that? It's our trusty guide Nautica. With her on the field, you just know a Blood Tithe team is gearing up to strut its stuff.
Indeed. In this demonstration, Rhiannon and Nautica, strengthened through Euphoria, have formed a team that further improves the Blood Tithe lineup's battle performance. After her Insight effect is activated, Rhiannon gains Moxie when entering battle, allowing her to cast her ultimate quickly.
Sounds like the first thing we ought to do is fire off her incantations and build up Moxie as fast as we can. Come on then, let's see what you've got.
Annie. Thoughts. Taking a peek inside.
After Rhiannon casts her ultimate Chirping Chorus, she grants the Adaluch Gwyn effect to her other allies. Allied characters with Adaluch Gwyn gain a percentage of Rhiannon's max HP and attack for a certain number of rounds.
Cool! Seems like the Adaluch Gweens have become good friends with everyone.
In addition to those bonuses, after casting her ultimate, Rhiannon's incantations will not consume AP for the next several rounds. For this duration, both of her arcane skills are also enhanced, giving the team even stronger offensive potential.
I've got to say, she's much more impressive than I expected for a support character.
Rhiannon's arcane skill, Babble Gabble, deals mental damage to all enemies, while her other arcane skill, Sneaky Peeky, grants buffs to allies and further increases their damage output.
Hold on, her incantation's got a new label on it. AP free. What's that all about?
It means casting these incantations will not consume AP, just as we mentioned earlier. You can take advantage of this by generating Rhiannon's incantations through Unfinished Tune for even better combat efficiency.
Ha! And they say there's no such thing as a free lunch. This is smashing.
Note the purple gauge above her head. This displays the Raptor Kinship progress Rhiannon gains whenever she casts an incantation. When enough Raptor Kinship has been accumulated, you can tap the blue orb shape button on the right to activate Rhiannon's sensory bond. This then grants your team an extra round.
I remember this bit. The round count doesn't go up and the enemy doesn't get to act, right? Let me have a go.
Correct. This is an excellent chance to unleash your attack skills and deal heavy damage to the enemy.
Nautica's new look is a real treat. Oh, now I'm dying to see what other new garments this update has in store.
As an exceptionally adaptable support character, Rhiannon performs well not only in Blood Tithe teams, but also in the Dynamo, Lingering Glow, and Conduit teams too.
That's brilliant!
During the Foundation's defensive operation, there were many familiar faces who found themselves caught up in the chaos of battle, each confronting their own unavoidable fate. In the past, Team Timekeeper had crossed paths with this mysterious woman across different missions. she shifted between Manus Vindictae and the Foundation under various identities and names.
The fake captain! She played the part so well. Back on the Free Breeze, I genuinely thought none of us were going to make it.
Yes, Miss Stranger once stood against us, but now she's returned to the Foundation and revealed her true identity as an intelligence operative.
So we're supposed to call the fake captain Miss Stranger now? That's a strange name if I ever heard one.
Based on the records I have clearance to access, Miss Stranger was taken in and trained by the Foundation from a very young age, and an arcane skill called the Phototaxis was engraved onto her. This skill, secretly developed by the Foundation, gave her the power to overwrite her own sense of self. Through repeatedly erasing and implanting different lives and identities, Miss Stranger was also able to flawlessly carry out undercover missions. After each mission, Miss Stranger would transform her intelligence-bearing memories into moths and send them back to the Foundation. Then, she would begin the next memory overwrite and move on to the next mission.
Wow, so she's like a cassette tape that's been taped over again and again. That's hard to even fathom, mate.
Yes, while deep undercover within Manus Vindictae, there were surely many moments when her identity was put to the test. That couldn't have been easy by any measure.
Gosh, just imagine having a head full of scrambled memories. What a mess that would be. If it were me, I'd want absolutely nothing to do with that phototaxis nonsense.
Perhaps much like the moths flitting around her, Miss Stranger's inner sense of self is also in constant flux, longing for the moment she can finally break free from her cocoon. Now that she's back with the Foundation, I believe that over time she'll find the answers to the questions troubling her.
I think so too. I truly hope my new friend gets to find who she really wants to become.
As for Miss Stranger's combat abilities, we must begin with her special core mechanic, a moth to a flame.
What I think we really need is a live demonstration. That'll make this core mechanic much easier to understand.
Very well. Let's take a look together. For this demonstration, the team consists of Miss Stranger and Rhiannon, who works well with Dynamo characters. As we can see, after entering battle, Miss Stranger generates her special incantation, a moth to a flame, in the spell dock. This incantation can deal massive damage to enemies.
Right. So how do we actually cast this powerful incantation?
After Miss Stranger reaches Insight 3, during the first round, a moth to a flame will move to the rightmost position in the spell dock and gain 16 stacks of enhancements, allowing it to be selected and used immediately.
16 stacks of enhancements! That sounds mighty impressive.
After being used in the first round, this special incantation moves back to the 9th position from the right on the following round.
I don't think I'm the only one wondering this. Why does it keep sliding left and right? And why's it gone dark?
Very perceptive, Regulus. This is Miss Stranger's core mechanic. Each time an incantation to the right of a moth to a flame is used, the special incantation moves further toward the rightmost position. On the round after it reaches the rightmost position in the spell dock, it becomes unlocked and can be used to deal damage to enemies. Meanwhile, casting different types of incantations in the spell dock grants 4 types of enhancement effects to this special incantation. These enhancements may, for example, increase the number of targets attacked or increase the number of hits dealt to the main target. Each enhancement effect can stack up to 4 times.
So that's how it gets there. 4 types, 4 stacks each, 16 stacks of enhancements altogether.
Precisely. When a moth to a flame reaches the rightmost position during a round, it becomes available for use in the following round. Other than that, Miss Stranger's arcane skill, Cocoon Breaker, deals single target mental damage and gains different effects based on its relative position to the special incantation.
Sounds like this attack does different things depending on whether it's to the left or the right of the special incantation.
Miss Stranger's arcane skill, Phototactic Instinct, deals mental damage to all enemies and inflicts a debuff. As for her ultimate, implanted memories, it dispels debuffs from Miss Stranger, provides several buffs, and increases her special incantation's penetration rate.
Oh, now I've got the picture. The key is planning where her special incantation moves and when to cast it, right? Oh, another Arcanist from Manus Vindicte. I told you the Foundation had been infiltrated ages ago.
According to the investigation report, the girl known as Capellia is indeed an Arcanist who was created and trained by Manus Vindicte.
You're about to say but, aren't you?
But, unlike most Manus Vindicte members who harbor darker motives, Capellia is more like a child. A child who is endlessly curious about the world. From what the records show, Manus Vindicte viewed her more as a test subject. During our conversations with her, we learned that within Manus Vindicte, there exists a small group known as the Orchestra.
Oh, I seriously doubt that bunch of weirdos has any musical talent whatsoever. I've never heard a single sound from them that could actually be considered music. Sure, their henchmen walk around with their instruments like they know what they're doing, but those freaks just produce a cacophony of noise.
Capellia was specifically raised to join them. To make her a better fit for their performances and minimize errors, the orchestra put Capellia through test after test and ritual after ritual, modifying her body into various kinds of musical instruments. Capellia's story is truly heartbreaking, but the silver lining is she still holds goodwill toward the world. As I said, she embraces the unknown with the pure and unguarded heart of a child.
Oh, I think I can see why Manus Vindicte only saw her as an instrument. Honestly, she looks like she lives inside a music box.
More of Capellia's story will be revealed in the Syndrome of Silence's brand new storyline. It's something we can look forward to together.
Let me guess. You've got even more good news? Go on, spill it. I'm ready to take notes.
With the launch of the 3rd anniversary version, On Another Sorrow, you can invite 6-star Arcanist Capellia into the suitcase just by logging in. Of course, this event will run for the entirety of version 3.7.
Amazing! This rockin' DJ's already got some great music lined up for her.
In Capellia's eyes, the world is much like a song. Simple, structured, and easy to follow. Her abilities are similarly connected to harmony and amplification. She can increase all allies' conduit might and reduce the energy consumed by conduits, allowing them to be activated more often. When allied conduit characters consume energy, Capellia's own ultimate might increases. In other words, she serves as the core support for the conduit archetype. With Capellia added to the roster, we can form a more complete team with our existing conduit characters, the twins.
Full speed ahead, mateys! Still, when it comes to this brand new conduit archetype, even this great captain might need a little help remembering everything.
I'd be happy to give you a refresher. Once battle begins, the conduit archetype's exclusive energy cards will appear in the spell dock. These cards provide energy to conduits of the corresponding afflatus, allowing them to cast incantations. You can tap the conduits at the center of the screen to adjust which incantations they will cast. Activating a conduit increases harmonization, energy accumulation, and conduit activation.
It's all coming back to me. Harmonization is like an ultimate gauge. Energy accumulation is how much energy the conduits have consumed this round, and conduit activation is the number of incantations cast by conduits. The higher the level, the juicier the buffs.
Very well explained, Regulus. Now, let us see how Capellia uses the power of her conduit to support her allies in battle. We can begin by placing Clarity and Clefs into the conduit to grant buffs to all allies. This incantation does not consume energy, but it can only be used once per round.
Without the interval restriction, she'd be casting non-stop. My hand aches just thinking about it.
Since the twins possess a unique dual afflatus, we'll choose the same mineral afflatus as Capellia to provide energy for both of their conduits. As you can see, besides ordinary energy cards, Capellia can also use her special energy card, Skip Motion, which grants mineral energy while increasing her ultimate might.
If your energy cards are looking a bit tight, try the new Tuning Atonal Sequence to generate 2 universal energy directly.
Next, we'll consume energy to cast Tuning Technique, which deals reality damage to a single target. The higher the level of energy accumulation, the more damage it deals.
Hold on, if it stacks all the way to level 20, plus the buffs from energy accumulation itself, her damage is going to...
Correct. It would be fair to say that Miss Capellia has enormous damage potential. Once her harmonization is full, Capellia will automatically cast her ultimate, Song Etched into her form, on the next round, dealing reality damage to all enemies and increasing the level of energy accumulation for that round. After casting her ultimate, both Capellia and the twins behind her gain Conduit Calibration, reducing the energy consumed when activating conduits.
Ahoy! That means more conduit incantations, higher conduit activation stacks, and even bigger damage. Oh, I can't wait to boogie down on the battlefield with her. Oh, it's so great to see our absolute favorite little scout. She's grown so much since we last saw her.
Yes, Eagle has grown up and joined the LSCC. Let's take a look at her journey with some footage.
Laplace? Rookie File?
With Mr. X's help, little Eagle survived multiple storms. She took her studies seriously as she attended schools across different eras.
She didn't go to the SPDM like the rest of you. I thought all the Arcanist kids ended up there.
By the time we met her, she was already past the maximum enrollment age, so Eagle never attended the SPDM. But that didn't stop her from becoming an outstanding Arcanist. As an intern at the LSCC, she studies under Miss Marguerite and Mr. X. I have faith she will be able to stand firmly on her own one day.
What? Under whom? You're telling me that kid who spends all day tinkering with weird machines is actually qualified to teach?
Eagle is already a remarkably capable junior researcher. In her new Laplace uniform, we can now call her Silverwing Eagle. In this ever-changing world, everyone is living through their own unique story, and that comes with significant growth and transformation. In the future, we may continue to witness even more characters appearing before us in new forms.
Got it. So, for instance, maybe one day I'll become Ultra Super Enhanced Level 999 Galactic Adventurer Regulus. Limited edition.
I think you should temper your expectations a little. Perhaps you should start by getting another ship. Anyway, let's return to our previous topic. Eagle's new garment builds on her scout uniform, but you can also see it incorporates Laplace's signature silver fabric, as well as curved lines fitting her identity as a member of Lorentz. To complement her rapidly developing perception-type arcane skill, her mentor has also equipped her with an upgraded energy detection device.
So how exactly is this energy detector supposed to help Eagle fight? Don't tell me she's going to chuck that hunk of metal at the enemy.
Now that she's grown up a little, Eagle has naturally developed a brand new fighting style. When she actively attacks, she performs one follow-up attack on the main target with Lorentz tracking system, which counts as an ultimate. Not only does this deal damage to the enemy, but it also grants Moxie to Eagle and another Plant Afflatus ally with the least Moxie. Once her insight is unlocked, Eagle can provide various buffs to Plant Afflatus characters when they attack, depending on how many types of negative status effects are active on the target.
That's some solid support. But come on, I'm sure she can do more than that.
Indeed. In addition to the abilities mentioned above, Silverwing Eagle is also skilled at applying negative status effects, which opens up several different team composition options. Her arcane skill, Chaos Blaster, deals single target reality damage while inflicting weakness exposed on the enemy. This status causes the enemy to take static Genesis damage at the end of the round based on a certain percentage of their max HP. Eagle's other arcane skill, 3-2-1 Boom, deals damage to multiple targets and inflicts nasty wound on them, reducing the healing they receive. Her ultimate, Energy Transfer Theory, deals single target reality damage and deals additional damage based on the number of negative status types on the target.
So by triggering Lorent's tracking system again and again, she can build up Moxie fast and then, bam! Another ultimate! Looks like she's really grown into her new name. I can't wait to see her at Laplace someday. Definitely not because I want to tell her embarrassing stories about her mentor.
Once this anniversary version begins, you can take part in the new main story to obtain Eagle and all of her artifices.
Now that's some rocking news. I think I've got a pretty good read on how they operate now. But speaking of which, where are we headed after this?
We're heading to the lecture hall of the SPDM, where Foundation staff have set up a special broadcast studio for today's anniversary livestream.
Oh, I'm really glad you didn't say we were going there for a lecture. Honestly, I've had more than enough dull days at the LSCC already.
Still, we are not going there simply to amuse ourselves. Would you like to rehearse with me? For example, we could go over a more appropriate hosting style.
Are you sure you really want to do that? I'm afraid I'll fall asleep before the live stream even starts.
Better to be prepared. There's a lot of new content we'll need to introduce to the audience for the 3rd anniversary.
Fine, let's run through it then.
With the launch of version 3.7 starting on August 13, the Anniversary Limited Summon, a newly hatched chapter, will go live. The summoning event will last for the entire version cycle. That's 42 days. The 6-star limited character Rhiannon will have an increased summon rate during this banner.
Great news as always.
The rules for the A Newly Hatched Chapter summoning banner are the same as past limited banners. It has a separate guarantee count and does not share its guarantee count with other banners. During this limited banner, each summon will grant 1 Cassette of the Lost. If you collect 200 Cassettes of the Lost, you can head to the shop to exchange them for the 6-star character Rhiannon.
Of course, Cassettes of the Lost can also be exchanged for other growth materials too.
Starting on September 3rd, the Beneath the Guise of Her Cocoon event banner will be available, and Miss Stranger will have an increased summon rate. Miss Stranger will also be added to the standard pool after 3 versions.
During version 3.7, character story events for both Rhiannon and Miss Stranger will also be available. And for the anniversary version, Nautica will be getting a Euphoria and a rerun. The Myth at Her Fingertips banner event will be open on August the 14th.
Nautica will receive a brand new garment and a Euphoria in this 3rd anniversary version, so stay tuned for that.
Starting on September the 1st, the limited banner from the Lake's Heart will also be available. You can choose one of these past limited characters, Liang Yue, Anjo Nala, Lucy, or Ju Nangtsu, to have an increased summon rate.
The summoning rules for the Myth at Her Fingertips and From the Lake's Heart are the same as past limited banners. They have a separate guarantee count and do not share their guarantee count with other banners.
And that just about covers the new summoning events. I still feel like something's off. What I mean is, it feels a bit boring just reading off a script like this.
Well, I think that's kind of what hosts are supposed to do. It's not like we're stand-up comedians.
But our audience is hoping for something a bit more entertaining, right? Maybe we should give them a surprise.
Wait, Regulus. Maybe we should focus on getting ready for the 3rd anniversary preview program that's about to start?
Oh, I guess it's about time for that.
Yes, let's go. And maybe on the way, you can tell me more about your ideas.
Sure, let's get moving.
All right, that's the last item. We may begin at any time.
Oh, you've got me a little nervous now. But was that big announcement you mentioned earlier real?
Yes, the Foundation is taking today's broadcast very seriously, so we've been given plenty of technical and staff support. I am looking forward to it as well. But we should conclude our conversation here. Are you ready, Regulus?
I was born ready. Leave it to me.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sonetto from Team Timekeeper. Welcome to the Reverse 1999 3rd Anniversary Preview Program.
Hello, friends new and old. This is your one and only Queen of Rock and Roll on the High Seas, Captain Regulus.
How time flies. After a whole year of adventuring together, it's so good to see you all again through this live stream.
You know what? I'm genuinely thrilled to see your continued support for us. Let's give a cheer for the upcoming 3rd anniversary. Woohoo!
In today's live stream, we will be bringing you all kinds of new information about the upcoming version 3.7 update, so please do not miss it.
That's right. New gameplay, new themed garments. I promise none of it will disappoint.
But before we begin introducing the new version information, Regulus said, we have a few surprises we'd like to share with everyone first.
Don't be shy. Just look at this space we're in. I reckon this is the most stylish set I've ever seen for a live stream. So, to give a little zing to this live stream, we've made some preparations. Just give us a moment. Now you can behold the full charm of both me and Sonetto.
Oh, wow. Greetings, everyone.
Oh, for heaven's sake, loosen up. I ought to give you a lesson on how to actually hype up a crowd. Perhaps this little change doesn't count as a huge surprise. Just think of it as an appetizer.
Just like how the most brilliant orchestral movement always needs the right overture to set the stage.
You're so right. So, with that, let's welcome our special guest for today's program, Rhiannon. Yay! Huh? Where is she? Hello? Rhiannon?
Am I supposed to go on now? From here?
Yes, there is no need to be nervous. Please join us.
Hello, Miss Regulus, Miss Sonetto. Ever since the staff told me to get ready for the live stream, I've been looking forward to meeting you both.
Miss, just Regulus is fine.
Likewise, please simply call me Sonetto.
Wow, we've finally met another cheerful new friend. Wait, that chubby bird? You brought a pet.
The Yadachluch queens are more like my friends. They're cute, right?
Yes, I'm sure they'll make plenty of new friends in the suitcase too.
Thank you, Sonetto.
You're welcome, Rhiannon. Now, let us return to the program. Perhaps you could greet our viewers first.
Oh, of course. Hi, everyone. I'm Rhiannon. You can also call me Darren.
Have you gotten used to life in the outside world? It may not feel as free as living in seclusion in the countryside, but I'm sure it has other upsides.
And new adventures, of course. You'd never imagine how many exciting things happen around Vertin.
Meeting all of you, leaving my hometown, that's already exciting enough for me. I never imagined I would truly set out on an adventure like this one day.
I hope this journey leaves you with wonderful memories. We're also very interested in your past, so I hope you'll tell us about it sometime.
Are you planning to hold a storytelling party? Invite me along.
Yes, I'll prepare tea and snacks.
Now, let us return to today's main topic. In the 3rd anniversary story, On Another Sorrow, we witness the struggles of different characters during Manus Vindicte's attack. And standing at those crossroads of destiny, we always end up asking ourselves, what is the right choice? Which is the path we're meant to walk?
That's quite a profound topic. I was expecting the anniversary livestream to be a bit more lighthearted. Guess my jokes about Arcanum aren't going to see the light of day.
Don't worry, we're not here to tell scary stories. If anything, big serious themes are prime fuel for art. Inspired by life or death choices, the brand new Garment series Life and Loss will also be available in the version 3.7 update.
Let's watch this short clip to see which old friends are getting new looks.
Коротко, но ясно.
It knows where to go. With pleasure. Don't worry, it's not going to hurt us.
Let's assemble the jigsaw together. It's just like gathering seashells along the shore. Look, the waves have brought us back together. Here, join us under this umbrella. Palm trees, pampas grass, and sea waves. It's almost complete. A complete version of me? What does that mean? A complete performance. A complete me. I'll always remember this moment with this unusual vibration in my chest. I found me. Once again, I've braved the darkness of death. This time, fire remaking my flesh. If you're wondering if I'm still me, please touch my heart. The burning heat will speak for itself. Let me take the lead. Some sacrifices are inevitable. A new adventure? I will shine. It's a lovely day, and the sun is shining. Wanna go for a walk? Woma, get moving! Like a lighter. Seeing stars. Cheer and witness my victory! Well, I'm not very fond of the word hobby. It sounds like something you would give up easily. Something that doesn't last. Time to check my calculation. A perfect argument. The final demonstration. Welcome to the world of numbers.
The dead embrace you. Show mercy. This will be a day to remember. There is time still to avoid this fate.
What a unique garment theme! Just seeing their outfits somehow makes me feel everything those characters have been through.
You really are the perfect guest. Maybe you should join us on the live stream more often.
In the story Paradise Regained, Nautica was ultimately reborn after enduring her trials, like the mythical phoenix rising from the flames. Nautica's new garment, From Darkness, Light, reflects exactly that, her unyielding will and her vitality.
Am I the only one who noticed Nautica's accessories? I mean, look at all that gorgeous gold jewelry she's wearing. It's probably worth half an apple the third. How do I even put this feeling into words?
Sacred, noble. I think she looks like the living embodiment of fire itself. From what I understand, those censers hanging beside Nautica contain the myrrh said to burn before the Phoenix's rebirth in legend.
You know a surprising amount about some pretty obscure stuff.
I'm a bird enthusiast. I've read a lot of myths about birds.
As we can see, Coppelia will also be receiving a new garment, Sounds That Wake Her, in the new version. Like a spirited movement in a symphony, it symbolizes her breaking free from her tethers. Once, she was a test subject for the orchestra and suffered at the hands of Manus Vindicte. But as Coppelia reclaims her sense of self, she's finally awakening from that nightmare.
Those strings wrapped around her look painful. She looks like a lost marionette.
Every time I hear about what she's been through, I just feel so bad for this kid. Thank goodness she's in the suitcase now.
Upon a gigantic instrument, musicians continue playing their music with mechanical precision as strings puppeteer everyone on the stage. But in the end, she shatters the orders and shackles forced upon her, breaking free with her own hands and reclaiming her rightful freedom.
A little inside scoop. This ballerina design for Coppelia was actually a concept that had been shelved. We thought we'd never get to see it. But our theatrical friend Charlie used her arcane skill to bring this design back to life. What a wonderful surprise!
That's amazing! There are still so many arcane skills in this world that I know nothing about.
And now, taking the stage, my personal protégé, Fatutu! This time she's not wearing the sunglasses I gave her. Maybe she's a little less rock and roll without them. But honestly, this new look really suits her.
I can see there's a jigsaw puzzle design in there. It seems to capture both daytime and nighttime at the beach simultaneously.
Fatutu's new garment, Fragments of an Old Dream, tells the story of the homeland she was once forced to leave, the memories of Nukuteao.
She told me so much about her home before. The sunrise, the sunset by the sea, the pure white hibiscus flowers, the pow-pow canoes. Oh, and the handmade lamps her people make called Sea Mother's Eyes. I imagine that for Fatutu, everything on that island must feel both distant and familiar.
There are some things in life we can never undo, but it's by carrying those memories with us that we find the strength to keep moving toward the unknown.
Wow, that was very poetic. Still, I think Fatutu would be happy to hear words of comfort like that.
I think I understand that feeling too. Since leaving my hometown, I often find myself thinking back on little things from that time.
You two really ought to meet. Oh, I've got an idea. When we get a chance, the three of us should go out to sea together.
You're inviting me? I'd be delighted to join you. It would be my very first adventure at sea.
That's nothing. Stick with Vertin and you'll have all kinds of adventures in the future. Up in the sky, down underground, maybe even a one-day prison tour.
Prison? I had no idea that was an available option. I'll look forward to it.
So, what's the story with this sad-looking guy lying in the snow?
Nameday's new garment, the Deathless Quiet, shows him curled up alone inside the remains of a swallow after the destruction of his homeland.
The remains of a swallow. I believe that's a red-rumped swallow.
Perhaps it's like the line from Mandelstam's poem, The Swallow. I have forgotten the word I wanted to say. A blind swallow returns to the Palace of Shadows. A homeland that can never return has been carved into Nameday's very soul. A grief that can never truly be put into words.
That's truly heartbreaking.
Oh, Rhiannon, you're absolutely right. An anniversary live stream really shouldn't be this heavy. It's time for some good news.
Good news? That feels a bit sudden for a topic change.
Ta-da! Nameday's new garment can be obtained for free in the new gameplay mode 8-bit arcade remix by fulfilling the required event conditions. The remaining garments this version for Nautica, Capellia and for Tutu can be obtained in the garment shop.
Thanks for sharing that. A free garment is exciting news. I hope these new clothes will bring some freshness into everyone's lives.
Ah, you're so thoughtful, Rhiannon.
With the arrival of the new version, the beloved Terra-themed garment series, Card 0 to 21, is getting another update. This time, we're bringing you the card that represents death. With his brand new garment, Gift of the Dead, Charon becomes an angel of death, guiding souls to their final destination. Beneath the embrace of those sacred wings, the red lily on his chest stands out all the more vividly.
At first glance, he looks like death itself. But when you look more closely, he seems more like an angel. He feels both eerie and mysterious, yet also holy and solemn.
Crossing the boundary between life and death, Charon arrives leading a white horse. He brings redemption and release to the dead, guiding them toward eternal peace.
Strangely enough, despite all the imagery of death, I can still feel a kind of warmth and calm from his soul.
You know what I'm thinking? If I ever get the chance, I'd love to ask him whether he listens to death metal.
Charon's tarot-themed garment, Gift of the Dead, will be available for a limited time in the garment shop, so don't miss it.
Meanwhile, the yearly Bookmarks garment series will also receive a brand new holiday-themed garment in the new version.
In celebration of World Milk Day, 37 is also receiving a new garment, a gift of nourishment.
I have to say, that name sounds wonderfully nerdy. But hey, who would have thought that beyond crunching numbers, 37's new hobby after leaving the island would turn out to be eating ice cream? I have to give her credit. Her taste is impeccable. I drank ice cream as humanity's greatest invention, second only to Dr. Papa.
And that is precisely why our little mathematician is the perfect choice for a World Milk Day garment, one that promotes the nutritional value of milk and celebrates dairy products.
Wow! Hearing all this is making me crave ice cream too.
I'm sure that as our resident ice cream chef, 37 would be happy to help you with that, and get one for me while she's at it.
You can obtain 37's new garment, a gift of nourishment, by unlocking this version's Roar Jukebox Collector's Edition.
And finally, another adorable little arcanist is also getting a new garment, Spathadia's Fire Lotus. Setting things on fire again. Looks like the proposal to step up fire safety awareness inside the suitcase wasn't such a bad idea.
Speaking of old stories, new perspectives, if I recall correctly, that was a supernatural-themed Dushoa festival film directed by Noir, starring Arcanist from inside the suitcase.
Good memory. After the version 3.7 update, if you complete relevant missions in the War Room and reach the required progress, you can obtain Spathadia's new garment, Fire Lotus, for free.
Another free garment? Is there anything else I should be jotting down?
When the new version launches, the garment collections from versions 2.8 to 3.4 will be returning for a limited time. Garments from the Tarot series, Card 0 to 21, Forbidden Fruit, A Glimpse of the Cosmos, and A Hymn to Seclusion, as well as the garments The Nightmare's Carol, Down in the Grotto, and Take Off to the Future, will also be back in the shop for a limited time. If there's a garment you missed out on and always wanted, this is a golden opportunity. Please don't miss it.
These beautiful new garments are quite unforgettable. I can tell the 3rd anniversary version has plenty of surprises waiting for us.
If you think that's all, you're dead wrong. Prick up your ears because next up is the 3rd anniversary rewards bonanza. You definitely don't want to miss it.
Aside from bringing some anniversary cheer, these rewards also offer considerable practical value. They will undoubtedly provide reliable material support for your journey ahead.
You know what? Free summons are always tempting, so I'm all ears whenever those golden bunnies are involved. So I'd say this is the sort of red-hot news you definitely don't want to skip.
Once version 3.7 launches, log in to receive the summon item, Decatone, a newly hatched chapter, which can be used for 1 summon times 10 in this anniversary limited banner.
And that's not all. With the version update, the On Another Sorrow sign-in event will also begin. Keep logging in during the event to get a grand total of 20 Unilogs.
Several arcanists will also be visiting the Timekeeper suitcase in the new version. Let's see what new friends will be joining us this time.
Drum roll, please! Once the new version goes live, you can log in to invite the 6-star Arcanist Capellia for free. Ready for a grand performance? I know I am!
This event will last for the full duration of version 3.7, and Capellia will also be added to the standard pool immediately.
It looks like things in the Timekeeper suitcase are going to become livelier than ever.
A familiar Arcanist will also return with a new appearance, joining us to write the next chapter of our adventures. After version 3.7 begins, you can participate in the new main story, On Another Sorrow, to invite the 5-star Arcanist Silverwing Eagle for free, and obtain all of the artifices needed to max out her portrait level.
Best of all, this special opportunity is here to stay. No matter when you decide to complete this story, you'll be able to claim the rewards and welcome this all-grown-up eagle into the suitcase. Now here comes another old friend. Actually, this one's starting to feel like a real anniversary staple.
In the new version, logging into the game will allow you to invite the 5-star Arcanist Matilda for free. As she is an outstanding graduate of SBDM, I am confident she will provide much assistance in the missions ahead.
You know, I can already guess exactly how our Crystal Ball Girl would react if she were here right now. Aha! If you insist so earnestly, the great Matilda will just have to honor you with her presence.
She sounds like a very interesting friend. Now I'm really looking forward to meeting her.
With the visiting Arcanist roster confirmed, consolidating the strength of our current team remains just as important. Allow me to introduce the return of a special guest event. In version 3.7, you can take part in this event to choose and receive 1 artifice for a 6-star character from the standard pool that you already own.
In other words, since Copelia is joining the standard pool in version 3.7, she'll also be included among the selectable characters, correct?
That is correct. Plan around your own roster needs and use this opportunity to obtain the most suitable artifice for you.
And we're not done yet! With version 3.7 on the way, the grand prize from the War Room's tactical telegram is about to be revealed too. After version 3.7 begins, complete the corresponding tasks to earn scrolls and obtain Spathadia's new garment, Fire Lotus, for free.
As the main story progresses, the War Room will soon complete its current mission and reach its final conclusion. However, its records concerning the main story chapters of The Roots of the Tale still contain much valuable information worthy of a repeated study.
And here's a top-secret tip from your trusty captain. This final war room might be hiding a vital clue about where our journey's headed next.
Oh, In that case, does this count as a spoiler?
Shh! It's called built-in suspense. What kind of captain sails for new seas without checking the map first?
At any rate, allow me to return to our previous topic. As mentioned previously, players can participate in 8-bit arcade remix during the event to obtain Name Day's new garment, the Deathless Quiet, for free. After the new version begins, logging into the game will also grant one cut-to-fit garment worth 390 crystal drops.
And that's not the only treat for your wardrobe. Log in and you'll also receive a special anniversary discount voucher seasonal garment Gift of the Dead.
Gift of the Dead. That's Mr. Charon's new tarot-themed garment, correct?
Spot on! With that discount voucher, you can purchase Karen's new garment at a reduced price of 680 crystal drops.
That does sound like a very good deal. So, Regulus, do we have any other good news to announce?
You bet! Starting on September the 1st, the special anniversary sign-in event, Prize of the Past, will begin. Log in to obtain a decaton from the lake's heart. That's another 10 free summons! You don't want to miss a chance like that.
Furthermore, you can also obtain Unilog x5, the anniversary collectible Miraculous Death, and other rewards just by logging in. During version 3.7, the anniversary event hub, Peace at a Price, will also open in-game.
An event hub? What sort of special events will there be?
First is the A Letter of Celebration event. Beginning September 1st, you can read the special 3rd anniversary letter in-game to obtain clear drops and a special dynamic portrait.
Now that's more like it! But an anniversary isn't just about collecting rewards. It's also time to flip through our annual review. On September the 1st, the web event, the Third Turn Timekeeper's Annual Report, will begin. Participate to earn clear drops. Let's see what world-shaking things we got up to this year, or how much trouble we caused.
My goodness.
The A Song for Myself event will also begin alongside the version update. Complete calibration tasks and earn decibels to obtain a large amount of growth materials. I believe these supplies will provide effective support for developing the characters in the suitcase.
Hey, Sonetto, you know what I heard? Getting the collaboration version to launch simultaneously across the globe apparently turned the whole schedule upside down.
It might be more accurate to say it required some coordinated adjustments.
All right, but I'll say this, I'm all for it. If the anniversary comes early, so do the surprises.
That's right. As thanks for everyone's continued support, we will send a 3rd anniversary companionship gift through the in-game mail on October 1st. The gift contains Garment Chest, Sincere Gratitude, Cocoon of Myths, Gluttony, and Crystal Casket. May it aid you on your future travels.
Garment Chest Sincere Gratitude. While it's got a long name, it's actually very simple to use. Basically, you can open it to choose any garment you want. If you pick a duplicate garment you already own, it'll automatically turn into crystal drops of the same value and hop straight into your wallet.
Wow, this piece of mail contains some very precious materials. I'm sure they will be a great help to everyone.
I've seen my fair share of preview live streams, but blimey, is this reward lineup generous? The crew in charge of gathering all these materials must have been working overtime.
In my view, this is both a well-earned reward and a gesture of respect for all that everyone has experienced.
Couldn't have said it better myself. But what if I told you there's still another ace up our sleeve, complete with a few unexpected surprises?
Please tell us, Regulus. I can hardly wait to see how surprised everyone will be.
Easy there, my friend. Eyes on the big screen.
To mark the arrival of the 3rd anniversary version, the following bonus rewards will be added. Starting August 13, log in daily to receive Unilog x2 and Jar of Picrasma Candy x2 in the in-game mail. These rewards can be claimed up to 5 times during the event.
Oh, so through this login event, everyone can receive 10 Unilogs and 10 jars of Picrasma Candy in total.
Not bad, mate. But we're not finished yet. On September the 1st, log in to receive Decaton from the Lake's Heart in the in-game mail. Which means all you need to do is wiggle a finger, log in, and boom! 20 free summons.
So there are daily login rewards, plus all the rewards we mentioned before. Goodness, I'm starting to lose count of how many gifts there are.
All right! With all these anniversary version benefits in place, make sure you don't miss out on any of them.
The reward events for this anniversary version will soon be available. Please refer to the in-game announcements for the exact launch times.
I'm already prepared for the surprises ahead.
Look at you all excited, but we're still not done yet. Before we move into the next crazy segment, let's take a look at the second live stream exchange code. Get those screenshots ready! Welcome back, everyone! Good to see you again. Let's keep going and see what else in the new version deserves our attention.
Yes, please. I'm quite looking forward to it. Could you tell me a little more?
After the new version update, we will introduce a brand new resource management survival mode, Truth a posteriori.
Truth of what now? I don't think I understood a single word of that. Also, why are we celebrating an anniversary by scavenging junk and surviving in the middle of nowhere?
No need to worry, Regulus. In this mode, we'll be simulating and experiencing the story of an excavation team from an Arcanist relic preservation organization as they explore the legendary city of El Dorado.
This looks just like a treasure map. What sort of mode is it? I'm so curious.
All right, I'll admit that does sound right up your alley. But El Dorado? Perhaps I ought to come along and see what treasures will turn up on this adventure.
In this mode, you'll need to manage your resources carefully, dig up as many rewards as possible before time runs out, handle any enemies that appear, and arrive at the extraction point on schedule.
Sounds as exciting as sailing through a storm. But if I don't reach the extraction point in time, does something nasty happen?
Like the Curse of El Dorado?
If you fail to depart within the time limit, not only may all rewards obtained during the exploration be lost, but the resources you brought at the start may also disappear.
That's scarier than any curse. Still, that means if I escape the dangerous place in time, all the treasure I nabbed is mine.
Let's go back to the mode itself. Before each expedition begins, you can choose how much starting capital to invest according to different exploration strategies. These funds can be used to purchase action cards for handling unexpected incidents, as well as counter cards designed specifically to deal with enemies.
I understand. In other words, if we want to go farther on this expedition, we need to prepare our countermeasures in advance.
Correct. When faced with challenging terrain or dangerous enemies during your expedition, you can use your prepared cards to respond accordingly.
A classic check moment. Seems even perfect crisis management needs a dash of this captain's luck. So if we want to come back from our expedition fully loaded with treasure, we'd better keep an eye on those high-value targets. There might be something big there.
All right, but those high-value target points seem to have strong monsters guarding them. I think we should be very careful.
Well, you know what they say. The bigger the risk, the greater the reward. Let's see. This haul isn't half bad. So, does that mean we can leave now?
That's right. Taking your gains and leaving at the proper time is often the safest strategic decision. Items excavated during your adventure can be brought directly back to the temporary excavation camp. There, collected supplies can be converted into earnings, providing starting funds for the next excavation.
Lovely stuff. Time to give it another go.
Oh, are we allowed to?
You both seem very interested in this new mode. How about you try it for yourselves after the version update?
All right then, onward we go. Let's take a look at the new optimizations coming to the Syndrome of Silence. After the update, 2 new endings will be added to the Syndrome of Silence, giving us a deeper look into Coppelia's story. And don't forget to invite Coppelia into the suitcase after the version launches.
Naturally, new events, new bosses, and additional gameplay content have also been added. The updated Boss Challenge mode also introduces a build save feature. By challenging exclusive boss battles in the Syndrome of Silence's new Boss Challenge mode, you can earn different rewards based on your battle score. The Resonator system has also received a comprehensive upgrade. After obtaining a Resonator, it will now be equipped automatically and upgraded as your stats increase, bringing greater improvements to the in-battle experience.
There's more where that came from. These optimizations are just the tiniest tip of the iceberg. When version 3.7 arrives, I'd say go straight into the Syndrome of Silence and give it all a whirl.
One more detail worth noting. By participating in the Syndrome of Silence, you can obtain the 4-star character, Lady by the Lake, and her artifices, along with Coppelia's exclusive Psycube.
There seems to be a great deal worth trying in this mode. I certainly won't be missing it.
And now for the absolute essential 8-bit arcade remix. The new theme this time is Beach Battle. Attention everyone! Here's a little tip from your captain. This mode is smoother and even more enjoyable on PC.
What kind of game are we going to play on the beach?
A fighting game, of course.
I think I might stay behind.
The new theme introduces a stage mechanic called Tidal Cycle, which turns certain areas into wet floor tiles under specific conditions.
That's right. No need to worry though. These tiles aren't here to trip you up. Instead, they make enemies waterlogged instead. Whenever we attack a waterlogged monster, we can trigger a chain attack on every other waterlogged monster.
Oh, do we really need such dangerous methods to deal with monsters now?
Naturally. This beach battle will feature many new monsters, so we really can't afford to be careless. Alongside the new monsters, this theme also introduces 2 new players, Villa and Shemaine. I'm willing to bet they both know their way around a beach fight.
And that's not all. By participating in the beach battle, you can obtain name day's garment, the Deathless Quiet, and a new dynamic portrait.
Nothing but good news here. You won't want to miss it.
As a part of our 3rd anniversary, we'll also reset everyone's Puddle of Rain first top-up double bonus for crystal drop purchases when the new version begins. At the same time, the Special Thanks event will also be available during version 3.7. During this event, making a purchase through any available method will grant Lumen Instants. Accumulate certain amounts of Lumened Instants to unlock various rewards.
That's right. These rewards include Old Rain Collection Chest Unique, Partnership in Suitcase, souvenirs from the Journey cosmetic items, and even Timekeeper-themed cosmetic items. You can check the full reward details in-game after the version begins.
2 Arcanists will also gain Euphorias in the new version.
And look who it is! Nautica and the great Captain herself! Cue the flowers! Cue the applause!
Wow! Hooray!
Let us begin with Nautica's Euphoria. Nautica's Euphoria increases her basic incantation damage, increases the rate at which she gains Hyuga, and allows Hyuga to grant additional damage bonus.
Not only that, when your Blood Tithe character loses HP through skill effects, Nautica makes sure they don't fall below a certain HP percentage.
She seems like a dependable protector, watching over her Blood Tithe team.
Right, now all eyes on me. My new Euphoria is ready to burst onto the stage as the rowdiest sound wave under the spotlight. My trademark rock and roll is perfectly tuned for the new conduit system. Listen up! Every time a conduit is activated, my damage climbs higher and higher. As for my ultimate, it allows me to push conduit activation to the max. Hold on, because there's more. With my new photomancy effects, gaining harmonization through my conduit is easy as pie, and my ultimate comes flying out even faster. And when I cast my ultimate, conduit activation goes up even faster. Isn't that fab?
Wow! Regulus, you truly are memorable in every possible way.
In short, please look forward to the wide range of gameplay and content updates arriving soon in the new version.
Do we have any more news to share?
Hey, how come you're even more excited than I am? I'm supposed to be the one hyped to reveal all the new announcements. I'm the host after all.
Here's our first announcement. Starting on August 14, pre-orders for brand new version 3.7 merchandise will officially open via the online store shown on screen.
What an adorable chess piece! And is that ice cream?
That's right. Honestly, the first time I saw it, I seriously considered taking a big bite out of it.
I wouldn't recommend that, even if this adorable ice cream did happen to bite you once.
Of course, I wouldn't actually do it. I know the difference between a plushie and dessert. Besides, I'm not the kind of captain who holds grudges.
In addition to the items we've already mentioned, a variety of character badges, Psycube charms, and other merchandise will also be available. If anything catches your eye, please stay tuned for further updates.
I've already made up my mind to buy the whole lot.
As a precaution, I should remind you that those expenses are not included in the budget for this livestream event.
What a letdown.
Starting on August 10, we'll also launch a new info compilation page for the upcoming version, Diamond Pattern Letter. During the event, participants who complete tasks on the event page will receive in-game rewards, including clear drops.
So, all I have to do is complete the tasks, and I'll get gifts?
Think of it as a pleasant little journey. Explore the new page, check out the latest content, and bring some rewards home along the way. Sounds perfect to me.
Oh, just like when a market day comes to an end, and you somehow end up carrying all sorts of little things home.
Like the end of every voyage. It's only after you've returned to port that you realize just how many treasures you've collected along the way.
Some treasured memories are preserved in words, while others take shape as artworks and melodies.
And that's exactly why you shouldn't miss the 3rd anniversary Fan Creations event.
Wow! I can't wait to see everyone's creations!
Whether it's artwork, music, videos, or any other form of creative expression, we look forward to seeing the creativity and passion of all our creators.
Honestly, every time I see the community's work, I start wondering who's actually the professional here. Though, if someone happens to draw me looking particularly cool...
Regrettably, that is not among the judging criteria.
I think what's most important is the sincerity and feelings behind the work.
I agree. And that is precisely why we hope everyone will record this journey in their own unique way. To commemorate the release of the 3rd anniversary version, we will also release the anniversary EP, After the Rain, alongside the new EP, Golden Thread.
Hey! And don't forget, there's also a brand new character EP inspired by Rhiannon herself.
Me?
Of course! Through this song, everyone might get a glimpse into the carefree countryside life once lived by our lovely little bird trainer.
Hearing you put it that way makes me feel a little shy. But when people hear this song, they might think of those feelings they've kept close to their hearts, just as I do. Even if it's only for a fleeting moment, perhaps we'll find something familiar there.
I can feel the warmth carried within it. I believe it will resonate with every listener.
And that's not all. The version 3.7 original soundtrack will be available on various music platforms starting this August. Just search for the 1999 and you can revisit your favourite tracks whenever you like.
Then we'll be able to enjoy these familiar melodies, whether we're traveling or simply taking a quiet break.
That concludes all of today's announcements. Thank you all for your attention and continued support.
Once again, Captain Regulus pulls off another flawless livestream mission. Sonetto, about that bronze statue, I say we move it onto the agenda. What do you say, Rhiannon? Actually, wait, better idea. A bronze statue of all 3 of us with stars of the 3rd anniversary carved right into the base.
But I only just joined. I haven't really had the chance to contribute much yet.
When introducing Regulus to new friends, the timekeeper once said, "Do not be intimidated by her boundless flights of fancy."
What? They're not flights of fancy. I'm coming up with ideas to improve Team Timekeeper's standing within the Foundation. Once we've become indispensable big shots, all you can drink Dr. Pepper in the staff lounge will be just the first step. I reckon we'll even have funding for the newest rock records in the bag.
The timekeeper then continued, "Once you have gone through several adventures with her, you will see that her seemingly outlandish ideas are the indispensable sparks this world truly needs. I believe this is precisely why the timekeeper keeps recommending you to the Foundation as a livestream host. Thank you, Regulus, for always giving your laughter and sincerity so wholeheartedly to everyone watching."
So this is how Team Timekeeper works. Thank you, Regulus. I've learned so much from you.
Blimey, I'm getting a little emotional. I mean, yes, I really am perfect host material.
At any rate, please join us in looking forward to the 3rd anniversary version, On Another Sorrow.
That's right. Be sure to search for Reverse 1999 across the major social media platforms and follow our official accounts so you don't miss the latest version news.
Thank you all for your support over these 3 years. Across countless moments in countless eras, it is a great honor to gather with you again on such an important day. Whether it is the next anniversary or a future far beyond it, I sincerely hope to witness it together with all of you. Rhiannon, is there anything you would like to say to everyone watching?
I'm not very good with words, but I was just picturing the time span of 3 years in the growth rings of an oak tree. I may have only joined everyone recently, but realizing that this great tree has grown so tall and lush because of your efforts, and seeing that everyone will be with us on the journey ahead, fills my heart with courage. Thank you for all these 3 years of companionship. May everyone stay safe and sound on the adventures to come.
Right then, everyone, we're nearly at the end. I hope you enjoyed today's 3rd anniversary preview program. Happy 3rd anniversary, everyone! Let's meet again very soon.
Today's performance is drawing to a close, yet our story is only beginning its newest chapter. We look forward to traveling with you in the days ahead. May the peace be with us.
Hello， 大家好，很高兴又能和海外玩家们见面了。
大家好
，3周年快乐！嘿嘿嘿，我是重返未来1999的制作人 Hitako。这位穿西装的机器人以及这位猫猫都是我们1999的重要内容负责人。
大家好，我是工头，一个负责把控1999设定叙事和基调方向的机器人。
如大家所见，我是一只小猫，主要负责把控1999的整体美术表现。
那么让我们来看看这次都有什么 Q&A 问题吧。
其实在新时代到来不久，黑白双方就已经爆发了大规模的军事冲突。
这个设定穿插在 3.0 的故事线中，游戏内的前线观察室系统中就能看到许多相关的信息，对吧？
是的，我们这次的剧情会带领各位司臣首次直面黑白双方的全面对抗。在这次暴雨前夕，重苏之手突然对基金会发动了奇袭，将整个白方阵营都逼到了一个退无可退的防御战中，因此牵涉出了整个 3.7 版本的剧情。
退无可退的防御战，听起来形势非常严峻了。
那是相当的。对基金会来说，这是关乎生死存亡的一个背水之战。维尔汀和14行师也因此临危受命，紧急回援。多方势力在空前的危机下不得不并肩作战，共同面对这场关乎存亡的浩劫。
关键词：多方势力并肩作战。
哎，
这就是问题里提到的群像部分了吧？
我觉得本次剧情应该更加倾向群像 like。在剧情的某些节点中，我们需要将来自各方的势力的许多角色同时投入同一个宏大战场。这个部分的难点在于如何让每个鲜活的角色都有所闪光，而不是被沦为一个单纯的背景板。为了呈现好这个部分，我们不仅要在叙事上小心斟酌，也要和美术老师通力合作，反复打磨。感谢我们的喵喵
喵喵！希望最终呈现的整体效果能让大家满意，那我掉毛也值得了喵。
我们始终致力于将更多复杂而富有韵味的时代和故事呈现给大家。在选择版本主题时，往往会先在对复古美学、人文历史和神秘学的深挖中获取立足点，再结合内部头脑风暴中迸发的灵感，确定具体的方向。我们也希望每个版本都能像一部具有独立美学风格的电影，在展现出特定时代风貌的同时，也能让广大的玩家看到角色们在所处时代中生活的鲜活细节。
在未来，威尔汀和伙伴们不仅会继续在 3.0 时代探索，还会在更远的未来探索到更加古老的领域，深入发掘英伦传说与古典神话的魅力。在这条漫长的探索之路上，全新的地理版图、未知的神秘阵营以及多样化的伙伴们都在等待着大家。不知不觉，海外服也3周年了。在这3年期间，我们尝试了许多视觉上与内容上的突破，也拓展了创作的边界，让维尔汀与他的箱子小队走过了许多时代和地区。我觉得对于研发团队而言，我们最大的感慨就是要坚持内容为本的创作。亮眼的创意固然必不可少，但同样需要长期的打磨。如何在创意表达和内容体验之间不断的寻找平衡，是过去3年我们一直在思考和探索的事情。我们未来也会继续在这个方向上探索与前进，希望能带来更多值得被记住的内容。
是呢，在玩家看不见的地方，我 我们也经历过很多反复讨论和取舍的时刻，但每当看到玩家认真地关注作品中的细节，给予真诚的反馈后，我们都会更加坚定地继续向前，由衷地感到一切都是值得的。能跨越地域和语言的隔阂，与各位海外司臣在雨幕中相遇，对我们而言是一件极其幸运且浪漫的事。深深地感谢大家一如既往的陪伴、包容和热切支持。
我们会在未来继续努力，全力为大家呈现更高质量的版本内容，请继续支持宠粉未来1999，谢谢大家。
Not stone, not iron can hold a name. Not words, not silence can stop the rain. We stand on painted stages, we play our borrowed parts. If I should fade from sight, keep me inside your heart. When the raindrops fall between us, don't call it the end. This isn't dying, this is changing.